This is the Jeff Oravits Show. Be part of the program by calling 877-971-3971.
All right, welcome everyone. Thanks for listening. Jeff Oravits here. Happy to be here with you today. Snowbound, cabin fever, with guests. I got a full studio. That's your cue.
Hi. Somebody is kicking me.
That'd be me because your long legs are sticking on my side.
Are like under my chair.
It's time for the kids to get back to school. I hear school's canceled again tomorrow. Is that like all over? We don't trust us for this is for informational purposes only to give you accurate information as to your school closures. I can just tell you my kids have off from school tomorrow.
I got a text from our neighbor that works at FUSD that they're closed tomorrow too.
Okay.
Oh, I was gonna say I didn't know if they were yet because I asked a friend and like as of an hour ago they weren't. But
well, I just got it like
all right, so we're all snowbound. You're all stuck. Well, there's probably some folks in Verde Valley not snowbound, but anywhere at elevation, probably above 5,000 or so. I mean, how much snow we get in Flagstaff?
I heard 30 inches was the official, and it's still snowing.
I mean, it just kept snowing and snowing and snowing,
Still
and then it
is.
was like a blue sky this morning, and I was like, "Oh, the snow's
No,
stopped."
it's gone.
And then the clouds.
I think
came.
it's a winter storm warning until like 11 or something.
Yeah, it's nice.
PM. So, yeah, I guess a lot of places closed tomorrow. I heard NAU closed today. Well, we had MLK Day yesterday, and then so it was already closed. And then they were telling people like, "Don't come back, please." That was for today, Tuesday, for the podcast listeners. And then tomorrow is Wednesday. Last I checked.
Canceled. Also.
Already canceled NAU. You're getting wimpy. It is a bad storm. Remember when they never closed
so people
anything?
aren't traveling is what
People are
from
so
the long
stupid out
weekend.
there.
If people are out of town, they don't want people coming back.
We've got some like what not to do during a winter storm. Now,
Yeah, we were out today, and
oh my God, people!
we saw a lot of things going wrong.
There was some real stupidity out there. Now, I admit I'm out there, but I have like things. I got to go remove snow at places. I'm one of the snow force out there. You know, like we have Space Force. We are part of the snow force amongst you out there dealing with people in front wheel drive. If you got to put chains on your one tire, if only one of your tires spins, that's a sign that you shouldn't be out. If you have one spinning tire on your vehicle, I'd say stay home. And if you can barely fit your foot under your car as far as clearance, that's another sign that you shouldn't be going out. Like Uber or
not
something.
when there's 30 inches of snow.
My gosh. Okay, well, so we'll have a list of what not to do. I think we're expecting Bruce Sidlinger in the 5 o'clock hour to give us some updates on a litany of things. I've got some news updates. There's a lot going on down at the Arizona legislature that I want to hit on, including while we were gone over the weekend and the long weekend, Governor Katie Hobbs came out with her proposed budget and emergency alert. Wouldn't you know it, that she wants to get rid of the empowerment scholarship accounts.
Of course she does.
Of course she does, because
No surprise there.
How dare you? Wasn't that a...
How dare you? That's an inside joke that nobody else is going to get, but...
Oh my God. As soon as I said that, it was one, Greta Thunberg, the environmentalist from like the Netherlands or something.
Somewhere over
who I think was arrested over the weekend for a violent clash in Germany over they apparently are digging up this stuff that's in the earth. It's like kind of brown, blackish, and apparently if you light it, it catches on fire, and it fueled the whole industrial revolution. Well, the coal's been dirty and no good anymore, and apparently now Germany, with their woes with getting all their natural gas and all that from Russia, has decided that coal is good and they got to dig it up. Well, she was at some protest where they had to remove them because they're firing up a coal plant or something. But yeah, she used to say, "How dare you?" And Olivia, you tried out for was it a play or something? And that was one of the lines?
It was not from that. It was from something else.
Yeah. What was that? Little Women or something?
Well, that's what our play is. My tryout thing was from Matilda.
Yeah, and the opening line was, "How dare you?"
How dare you? And you were
I had a good idea.
You were like, you should just say, "How dare you," the entire time in like different ways. And I was like, yeah, I'm sure that would go over well. Yeah,
apparently they want you to memorize something. But I was like, if you could do a variation on "How dare you" for like 15 minutes.
How dare you?
And just different ways. How dare you?
How
And it's like, these pretzels are making me thirsty,
How dare you?
Anyway, where was I? Katie Hobbs, our governor, Democrat governor. A lot of people, when they say our governor, are cringing. right? As we speak. She came out with a budget that is lower, less in dollar value than. You putting a headset on a dog? We got the dog in the studio too. If you're watching back on the video on YouTube, her budget is actually, and here's her selling point. Here's what I warned you was going to happen. Her budget is less than last year's Republican budget, although there's a bunch of crap in it, but there's a bunch of crap in the Republican budget too. And that's what she's touting is, look, I'm a Democrat, I'm a governor, and my budget's $1 billion less than what you guys did last year. This is what I warned you all about when the legislature decided to pass a budget, the Republican so-called fiscally responsible conservative, powers that be, that if they pass a bloated budget, you're not going to have a leg to stand on when the Democrats come in and say, see, we can do that too.
Yeah,
and that's what's happening now. So she wants to get rid of the empowerment scholarship accounts because how dare you send your kids to the school of your choice? Well,
that won't happen though, right?
I don't know. I'm going to have an interview coming up later this week, either tomorrow or Thursday, with Kathy Herod, who is the president for Center for Arizona Policy. And I've been talking to her privately about this. She has concerns with this state because the legislature.
How could it pass the legislature?
The problem is, the budget battle that's about to loom here in Arizona is huge. So you get into the budget and all of a sudden people want stuff and you get one or two turncoat kind of rhino Republicans. I don't think it'll happen, but what if they're, into July and all of a sudden they're battling over the budget and they'll say, okay, we got to roll back the ESA.
I don't understand how the ESA is impacting the budget though, because it's just different area for the same money.
It's the same. What Katie Hobbs is out there saying right now is that the Empowerment Scholarship Account, that's where you send your kid to any school of your choice, the backpack of money, which if you send your kids to private school and use the ESA is like $7,000. But the per student cost in Arizona is like $13,000 now. So $13,000 minus $7,000, what is it? $6,000. That I see it saving the system, although it's not really saving any money because it just gets thrown in the pot.
No, the $6,000 is going to the public school fund.
So I don't know what she's talking about.
They have less kids to educate, so it's $6,000 more.
Yeah. So she's trying to sell it as the Empowerment Scholarship Account expansion is going to bankrupt the education system. But it's the same. I guess this is the problem with our education system is nobody can do basic math. You have $1 here, you move the dollar over here. It's still $1. You didn't cut that. You didn't do anything. I just gave you $1.
Right.
Instead.
It's the same. And that's why I said I don't know why it even matters in the budget.
Insanity. I don't know. That's what's going on. So keep an eye on that, and we'll try to dig into it a little bit more. I'll try to get deeper into her budget in just a few minutes as well. Okay, let's hit the giveaway. We decided to round out the giveaway completely as far as putting all of our sponsors in there today, rather than we've been kind of, I don't know, driving slow. And I started thinking about it. I was like, I feel kind of bad for the last sponsor we do, like the week of the drawing, because they didn't get the full month of kind of, hey, this is one of our great sponsors. And I do these giveaways because I want you all to have something. Especially, I went to the store the other day when you were snowbound. I was shocked again at the cost. I was like, how much was the bag of tortilla chips?
I think it was
like $2
for $8 or something.
Yeah, $4 for a bag of chips just seemed like a lot to me.
Which, what a deal! $2 for $8.
The store you went to is a little higher price store.
Yeah, it doesn't end in art.
Or
it wasn't that one store with the little carts where, like, when you're a kid and you get the play kitchen thing and you get this little mini cart.
Yeah.
There's a store that's what you walk around in because if you fill it.
There's still other big box grocery stores and some
they got
are
better
more
bread
expensive
than
than
the company that ends in art.
That was Farmer's Market. That you had the little shops that you could walk around.
Oh, that was, that's gone. That
you
was
could
on
look
4th
at
Street.
the bees. That was such a cool little shop.
We're going to do bees.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been so I've put Owen on the task of, I'm trying to get to our sponsors here. I keep getting sidetracked. I put Owen on the task of, we want to start a bee hive colony. What's it called? See, if you do bees out there, we could actually use some information. We're going to start producing our own honey going forward. I have this, and I guess you can order them, and you get like 10,000 bees in the mail.
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
Okay.
Okay, go back to the giveaway here.
Oh, anyways,
What'd you add?
We're adding a 1 ounce Silver Eagle coin, courtesy of Desert Wait, no.
Desert Gold
Desert Gold
Exchange.
Exchange.
Let's get our sponsors right.
I'm looking at all of them and it's mixing my brain up. At $50 at Namarco's Pizza and $50 just wireless gift card.
Okay, so those are the ones we added. So since we left you last week, our giveaway has expanded. Talkwithjeff.com. Click on sponsors and giveaways. And in addition to those three, what was the other ones?
Oh, we already had a $50 Visa debit card, courtesy of Gettles High Desert Mechanical, and $50 at Sportsman's Bar and Grill.
Okay, $50 from our good friends at Gettles High Desert Mechanical that you can use anywhere. $50 for food at Sportsman's Bar and Grill, or drink, I guess. You can do whatever you want. What's the next one? I'm losing this.
$50 at Namarco's Pizza and $50 just wireless gift card.
Okay,
so that's $200 worth plus the 1 ounce silver eagle.
Yeah, which has got to be $35-$40 by now to get one of those things. So we're over $200. What are you doing?
Yeah,
we're over $200 now for this giveaway.
That's
so
a nice little package.
That's a nice. So go to talkwithjeff.com, click on sponsors and giveaways. Talkwithjeff.com, click on sponsors and giveaways. Enter in, and you can put comments there as well. Which I think you have some.
And you can enter
comments.
every week. Yeah.
So every week you've already missed a couple. You can enter, and we'll draw that here towards the end of the month. Okay, some other news items here. This kind of goes along with what we were talking about, the weather and all the snow. We got 30 inches in Flagstaff. I don't know, why don't you email me? What did you get at your house or business, wherever you're at in northern Arizona? I don't know what we got because it really packed down. It was a really wet
windy
storm.
And it's hard to tell.
My dad's in Doney Park. He says they got a lot of drifts out there, so it's hard to measure. So we got a couple feet. It was a good storm. It was not a
really
record
long
in any way, but a really long storm that just kind of keeps lingering. But there's a new report out that drought conditions, and it's not just because of the storm, it's because of the winter we've had so far. The monsoon we had was really good. Drought conditions have improved statewide. There's a state climatologist here that's saying, not here with us, but in this article I'm reading, we really look for that snowpack to help recharge the aquifers. So we're really excited to see that we're at 150% snow water equivalent in a lot of our basins. And I got this information prior to this storm. So there's the snowpack is what we really rely on to fill up the reservoirs and the streams fill up and rivers and et cetera, et cetera. All of this has really helped our short-term drought. It's helped mitigate and get rid of some of that exceptional and extreme drought. This is a long-term or more of a short-term to mid-term forecast that they're looking at. Long-term, still they're saying extreme drought going forward because that's what they always say, Yeah. Everything is. This just looks like what it's always looked like to me.
Yeah.
We have a really good storm, and then we don't have a really good one for 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just kind of like, it just all seems the same to me. But it is good news because the drought conditions have definitely dialed back quite a bit, except for western Arizona, like along Colorado River, all that. I don't think it's rained there in like 35 years. You've driven through. That road to, is that to Laughlin?
Yeah.
Where it's got like looks like it's in an alien movie or something. There's like not even like a weed growing out there. I don't think they've seen rain since Columbus.
I was going to say like the 1760s.
Something like that, yeah. On the subject of water, there is a development down outside of Scottsdale called Rio Verde Foothills. And I put this out there. This doesn't impact most of you, although we may have someone streaming from down in that area. Who knows? Know where your water's coming from, because this community, which is like 500 to 700 homes, I told you about this before the Christmas break. They were threatened with the city of Scottsdale that they were going to shut their water off. And it's not like there's pipes going out there. From what I'm reading, it's stand pipes. So people are trucking their water. They have water haul delivery systems. They all have their own water systems there. Not wells, apparently, for most of it. Something like 1,000 people have been cut off from hauling their water from Scottsdale, which is the nearest community, because Scottsdale has a water shortage. So they're having to drive trucks to Phoenix, other places, like 2-hour round trip. Expensive. The water's gone up from like $200 to like $600 for a lot of homes there. And these are homes that were valued like $500,000+. And I only point this out because I thought in Arizona, if you're using the standpipe, they couldn't cut you off once you get that going. So I wonder if this will be litigated. But I know there's a lot of people listening in the area. I don't see this happening in northern Arizona because we have a lot more water up here. But you never know. Know where your water is coming from, and can they can they cut you off? Because that's what they've basically done to these 500 to 700 homes down there as we continue to have water problems. One more here before we get to stupid things during the storm, and to Bruce Sidlinger. Jeez, mind is losing my. You know what? Why my mind's like this? Because I fell.
Oh,
I felt like an old man yesterday. I'm coming down. I was going to do the show yesterday because we were snowbound, and I'm coming down the steps, and I step at the bottom step to get down to the studio. Done.
He just like stumbles back upstairs.
Yeah, I have a cup of iced tea because that's when you drink what you drink during the storm, right? And I slammed down. I haven't slipped on the ice in a long time. I slammed down hard, whacked my. I'm surprised I didn't break my arm. And the glass didn't break.
Yeah.
You got good glasses. And I stumbled back up, and I was like, I looked pretty pathetic. Yeah, so I totally wiped out.
So that was just the end of the show.
Yeah, that was the end of the show yesterday. So I had a lot of this information for you yesterday, but I never got to it. So Senator Kyrsten Sinema is out hobnobbing with Klaus Schwab and the gang, I think as we speak, or maybe it was yesterday. She's at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, where all of the big wigs meet to tell you to eat bugs.
You will
things
eat
like that.
The bugs.
You will like the bugs. What are they eating, though? What's on the menu at the World Economic Forum?
I don't want to know.
In Switzerland. What are they eating right now? They're eating salmon and beef. So they're doing like surf and turf. But they're meeting to talk about how you should probably eat bugs. Owen, should we eat bugs?
Should we?
What is this? Is this a survey or something you got?
Yeah. Well.
Okay, so Owen's got a thing on eating bugs, like how it's good for you.
There's some kind of bug burger,
like bug
or
burger.
Something.
Yeah, apparently it uses less cropland, less water, and it's like more protein than beef.
Oh, really? Eating bugs.
So how do they make a burger out of?
Yeah, how do you make
bugs?
a bug burger?
Like
just
ground
them
up and smashed up.
Yeah, they grind them up and then add them with sugar, and people say it tastes just like chicken.
Oh, I'm sure it does. That's what they say about everything. It tastes just like chicken. Would you eat
it?
Put
flavoring in there that's chicken flavoring.
Yeah, right. That's why everything tastes like it tastes just like chicken. They got one of those packets like in the ramen noodles. They just sprinkle that on. So yeah, they're pushing this because I pulled that article from somewhere and bug burgers. So this is like a real thing. But while they're in Davos, and apparently Sinema is there, Senator Sinema, who's now an independent here in Arizona, Senator Coons and Manchin was there, and also Republican Governor Brian Kemp, among others. You won't probably know.
So
and a bunch of prostitutes too. I read there's like a lot of prostitutes there. But sorry,
I just would say with the bug burger thing, and they're eating salmon, and
they should eat bug burgers.
I'd say you first.
Yeah, you go first. You go
first
there, buddy.
Please prove to us.
Would you eat a bug burger? Hey, if you got comments, we'd love to hear from you. Talk. I'm serious about they said that whenever you have these things, the number of prostitutes go way up, like huge. There's a big article on this. Huh. She's looking at me. She's like, the kids are here. Yeah, sorry. All right, talk with Jeff at iCloud.com. That's talk with Jeff at iCloud.com. We'd love to hear from you. Your thoughts on bug burgers, the storm, the water issues going on, and Katie Hobbs wanting to slash the Empowerment Scholarship accounts. What do you think about that? What do you think? What do you see coming as far as budget battles here in Arizona? Let's see here. Just Wireless been a long-time sponsor here on the program. I really appreciate them adding the $50 gift card, as Olivia said, for our giveaway. Go to talkwithjeff.com, click on sponsors and giveaways. If you are, I don't know, maybe you don't have to go out today for this. Maybe you can put this on your tomorrow list. Let the snowstorm kind of die down. Let things clean up a little bit out there. But when we get back and rolling, that stuff will melt quick. The main roads are pretty good. They've got 2 locations in Flagstaff, right across from the Flagstaff Mall, and also on Milton Avenue there, right off of I-17. You can keep your existing phone going by getting it repaired. You can buy a refurbished smartphone. They got a huge line of all different brands, iPhones and the Androids. And is it the Androids? Is that what what they're called? Androids, whatever.
Never had one.
Never had one. But all those different brands, they have all those refurbished there. They've got great plans as well. They got everything you need. This is a great independent wireless company right here in Northern Arizona. You've heard Zach right here on the show. So go on, get your phone repaired, get an existing, refurbished smartphone. Good for the environment, good for your wallet as well. You can save up some money for those bug burgers. You get a double bug burger with bug synthesized bacon flavoring or something like that.
And I'd like a side of bug fries, please.
Bug fries, so I get some extra crunch there.
I wonder what
Bug
the bug
shake.
burgers cost.
They're apparently they're cheaper than the beef and salmon that they're eating over there.
Oh, yeah,
at
I saw
Davos.
out of it. Protein powders, shakes, burgers, cereal bars, and even cooking oils. could
Cooking
be
oils from
made.
bugs. Yeah, extract those bugs. I guess the Southeast Asia have been doing that for a long time, right? The bug
Yeah, I
eating
guess.
things. You go to some of those markets. All right. Your thoughts, folks. Talk with Jeff at iCloud.com. Back in a minute.
This is the Jeff Oravits Show. This is the Jeff Oravits Show.
All right, welcome back. Jeff Oravits here. Olivia joins me. My son Owen joins me. My wife Angela. We got Bruce Sidlinger coming up in the 5 o'clock hour, enjoying the scenery with the snow, not so much enjoying shoveling it, blowing it, even plowing it. I got one of those, got a little plow, drag plow in the back of my Jeep I've been using. It's made by a company called, they're not a sponsor, Copeland, something like that. It's pretty cool. I'm able to get those big berms at the end of the, we're like best friends with some of the neighbors now. It's like, yeah, can you come whack that down there? Because the plow comes in and you just shoveled your driveway and you got 3 feet.
Yeah, they deposit
Berm.
all the snow from the road at the end of your driveway.
What's going on, City of Flagstaff, by the way?
They've
Yeah.
done so bad
Oh my
plowing
God.
this winter, the entire winter, not just this storm.
It's
really
just gotten
bad.
a little absurd. The county's doing a great job. ADOT seems to be doing a great job. City of I know they got more like side roads, but they're like coming down a kind of a main road, and then you got the side road like we live down, and they're plowing a berm. You know, they're going through, and they're not even coming back to clear out the intersection. It's like,
yeah.
wow.
Like
entrance
it's like
on-
speed bump.
Onto our street is like they just plowed right in front of our street, and to get
Yeah.
onto our street, you got to go over it.
It's pretty rough, yeah. All right, Desert Gold Exchange. We just added the Silver Eagle to the giveaway. Talkwithjeff.com. Click on sponsors and giveaways. I don't know what the value is. Probably $35 or $40 approximately. We don't have a Pepsi moment here with the where's my Harrier, but it's something like that. It's a Silver Eagle. It's really cool to have. If you want to get some physical gold and silver delivered to you from an Arizona-based company, and get this delivered usually in about 72 hours or so, call Desert Gold Exchange. The number is 888-852-4343. Justin and his family, their team down there, they keep their overhead low. They pass those savings on to you. You never know what's going to happen. You got people meeting in Davos, so you can eat bugs while they eat steak and things like that, and salmon. And next thing you know, they'll be saying you have a central bank digital currency that regulates everything and no privacy anymore. Things like, I don't know if that's going to happen. It may very well happen. Be nice to have a little bit of physical gold and silver. And at least for me, I don't give financial advice, but I think it'd be nice to have a little bit of physical gold and silver. Call Desert Gold Exchange, 888-852-4343. That's Desert Gold Exchange at 888-852-4343. Okay, a couple more. Let me loop back to this one, because when I'm thinking about Katie Hobbs' budget, she has a proposed budget for 2024, the upcoming fiscal year, of $17.6 billion. Last year's budget with Ducey, Republican, in there as a governor, and the legislature, the Senate and the House being in Republican control. You have a guess? Let me cover the screen.
Oh,
$18.5 billion.
last year?
Last year. The year before, though, the budget was like $12 billion. Year before that was 11. Year before that was like 10. Year before that was like 9. So it's, as I've said many times, it's bloated a whole bunch. Last time we had a Democrat governor, what was that, 2008?
Napolitano?
6? Yeah, Napolitano. Whenever she went to joined the Obama administration, whatever, Homeland Security, whatever she was in. The budget when Napolitano went out right before everything tanked in 2008 was $10.2 billion, which was an absurd amount of money. And the state actually went into a budget deficit by about $1 billion the next year. Then Jan Brewer came in, Republican. So I've been around for a while. I can remember all this.
Yeah,
it's like I can remember the last big snowstorm. I can remember the last time we had a Democrat governor as well. We had a budget shortfall. Then the next year, Jan Brewer, Republican, she was Secretary of State. She came in because that's next in line. But what she did, she floated in the Republican legislature, and maybe the voters of Arizona actually, they approved a 1 cent sales tax to keep things going. That was at 10.2 billion. Now we're getting into the 18 billion dollar range just 10, 11, 12, was 15 years later. 15 years later. State hasn't grown that much proportionate to the amount the budget's gone up. So budget in 2016 was $9.5 billion. 2019 was $10.5 billion. And last year under Republicans was $18.5 billion. Now Hobbs comes in and basically points the finger and says, well, I'm going to actually reduce the budget to $17.6 billion. So I guess my question is to everyone out there is what are Republicans going to do now? Because now that they actually have a Democrat governor who can legitimately argue, and there's a bunch of crap in this budget, but she's going to be able to argue, see, I'm a fiscal conservative here, basically. I'm bringing the budget down. It's going to be a tough argument.
Yeah,
they'll
probably
forward.
argue it's one-time money. And
that's what they always do. But
say.
it's not.
But
it's the new baseline.
Yeah.
So I kind of was thinking about this. I mean, Republicans hold the reins of power. You still seem to get higher spending, but you're maybe going to get the more socially conservative bills, which the legislature did a great job last year on the abortion issues, on school choice, things like that, which is all up now, and Hobbs is going after all that. You had the Congress and the presidency, we're talking federally, in charge of the Republicans from 2017 to 2019, and we got increased spending. We didn't get really the super conservative bills we would have hoped to have gotten. You get the Democrats in power, we get high spending, but we get the leftist bills. You get the Republicans in the minority, and that's what's happening on the federal level now, and they're pushing all these great bills. But then what's going to happen when they get majority again? Are they going to go back to their old, are they going to stay consistent with those bills going forward? And probably not. That's not. But the Democrats, whenever they get in charge, they do exactly what they always do, which is push for more and more leftist bills. I guess I'm looking for more consistency from the Republicans. When you get power, do the same things you got when you didn't have power as the minority. And they're not doing that.
Yeah.
So I hope they do. They've done it on the local level to some degree, but not on the federal level. And I'm concerned on the statewide level here going forward. Your thoughts? Love to hear from you. Talk with Jeff at iCloud.com. That's talk with Jeff at iCloud.com. Hey, don't forget about our big giveaway. I want to keep pushing that because I'd love you to go ahead and sign up for that. Talk with Jeff at iCloud. I'm sorry, talkwithjeff.com. We have the Sportsman's gift card as well, $50 at Sportsman's. They're open right now, even though it's been snowing like heck. It's Taco Tuesday going on right now. Tomorrow's Wing Wednesday because a lot of kids are going to have off from school. NAU is going to be off, you said?
Yeah, and we're off of school again tomorrow. Yeah. That is what we should go do. So we should go get wings.
Yeah, Wing Wednesday tomorrow. Go to Sportsman's Bar and Grill up by the hospital in the Bashas Shopping Center. Hang tight. Back in a minute.
This is the Jeff Oravits Show. This is the Jeff Oravits Show.
All right, welcome back. Love to hear from you. Comments, talk with Jeff at iCloud.com. Coming up, we got a couple of things you shouldn't do during a big storm. Plus, Bruce Sidlinger joins me as well. And don't forget about the giveaway, talkwithjeff.com. Click on sponsors and giveaways, and please enter in. You got any comments on that yet, or did you pull all those? I know there's a bunch.
I have a ton.
Yeah, read one. Go ahead. Yeah, do one.
All right, this is from Deborah.
Hey, Deborah.
Yesterday, I was sitting across from one of my kindergarten students at lunch in Winslow. The cafeteria was serving Sloppy Joes.
Sloppy Joe, I've heard this one.
The 6-year-old boy said to him...
I read this one in your absence, but go ahead.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, but this is still a funny one.
I don't like Sloppy Joes, and I don't like Joe Biden. He is making everything cost too much.
It sounds like a bumper sticker. I don't like Sloppy Joes, and I don't like Joe Biden. Put that on your car.
I told him I felt the same
Lunch
way.
lady.
Even though I'm sure he heard it from his family or TV, I had to laugh that he compared Sloppy Joes to Sleepy Joes.
Sleepy.
Smart kid. I read that one and I was thinking, we were talking about Sloppy Joes a couple of days ago.
I know, you're saying I hadn't made them in a while. I should.
Yeah, I was like, you haven't made Sloppy Joes in forever.
That's probably a good thing.
We like Sloppy Joes. I make
do
them,
we?
like, I don't get them out of a can. I make them
I actually like it, but
homemade.
like the whole bread thing, I just avoid and I just eat it like it's like
Soup.
super stew. I had some good Fazoli today. That was good. Yeah. Okay. Sloppy. How many more documents have they found with this guy? They keep finding more classified documents. Have they found any in the past hour or whatever? Jeez, give me a break. Imagine if Kamala Harris is president. Birth rates are down in the U.S. Families are shrinking. Article here from NBC. U.S. birth rate, the number of births per 1,000 women declined from 2018 to 2019 among women in their 20s and early 30s, but increased among women ages 35 to 44, the report showed, because my guess would be women in their 20s and 30s aren't having kids, and then they wake up in their 30s and 40s and are like, there is a time period here.
Right.
I better get cracking.
In general, people are getting married a little older, and so the time they start a family, might be
much
older
later
than what was normal before.
Yeah, I mean, my sister's, my older sister, my mom was 17, my dad was 19.
Yeah,
you think about that nowadays? That'd be like, I mean, it happens, obviously, but no, that's actually one of the big numbers is teen pregnancies are actually going way down. But it's, I don't know, the whole like social media thing and stuff, they're like not going on their date, like a date like ever. They're like in their 30s, it seems. I don't know how people meet anymore. Do you know anything about
They meet online, and
They
then
meet
they
online?
see each other when they're 55.
We're going to virtually meet at
like,
some
I first
point.
met you.
Yeah, let's hook up.
Wow,
and,
you're
wherever.
not what I pictured
Totally,
you would look like.
Totally different.
I'm sure people meet the old-fashioned way still, but there's a lot of online.
Yeah, yeah. So the size of the average U.S. family also down. This is people that they define as people being related by birth, marriage, or adoption who live together. It's now around 3 people per family, per household. And it's down from almost, in 1960, it was like 4, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you take the whole thing into consideration, that's a heck of a lot of people. And then, like I said, teen rates are way down, which is probably an overall good thing.
That's a good thing.
Right?
I would agree with
when
that.
When did we have it?
27.
27. And that was like waiting. That was like late for that.
Yeah. Well, we got married when we were 22, so we waited like 5 years.
Well, yeah, but even people don't get married. If they're getting married, marriage rates way down as well.
No,
I don't get that because, I get it because our society's, it's just gone crazy. But to me, I mean, marriage, there's so many positive things to being married. And
sure, yeah.
Yeah. Right.
But you have to meet the right person, though,
you have to meet the right
and if
person.
you're not out there doing that, then...
Yeah, but the kind of destruction of the family core unit, the traditional family unit has been...
And that's what brings the collapse of a society.
Yeah, the whole culture starts
Well, the war has been on
This
for
is
a
where it
while.
begins.
Yeah.
On the
and
nuclear family.
And I mean, obviously marriage, love, getting together, having kids, things like that. But there's also all kinds of other benefits as far as you talk about it all the time with housing. It's like, oh, I can't afford that house. I'm a single person. I can't afford that house or that apartment. I need X amount of people to live here. But you think about, well, I'm married and there's 2 of us. You really divide those, or you kind of divide and conquer. Your resources are expanded, I guess I should say.
Yeah.
When you look at it that way.
Yeah.
Because you can get it really far ahead too. It can also be, I guess if you didn't choose the right person, it could be a nightmare. Luckily, we're not there. Coming up on 25 years. That's good stuff. That's good stuff. All right. Hey, if you are getting a situation where you get behind one of those cinder trucks, so I gather my thoughts and pull up my screen here, and you get a crack in your windshield. Well, a lot of places are using I see the county roads are all using salt now. Where it's melting a lot quicker.
Cinders. Well, that was on.
There's still tons of cinders out there.
Today.
I would bet you there's going to be a slew of you out there who get a chip in your windshield. Always call Diamond Auto Glass first if that happens, because they will fix that chip and stop it from spreading on your whole windshield. Diamond Auto Glass in Flagstaff on 4th Street. Give them a call, 928-779-4140. I think they're going to be pretty busy coming up here. They'll fix that chip. They'll fix the cracks in your windshield. They do all that alignment crap that has to happen now because everybody has a camera in their newer cars and stuff like that.
Which is so creepy.
You're filmed everywhere. Yeah, I mean, you just don't even realize it. Yeah. 928-779-4140. Diamond Auto Glass on 4th Street, 928-779-4140, or go to thedifferenceisclear.com. Speaking of cars, okay, let's talk about things you should not do during a snowstorm. For the love of God, don't take your car out.
Yeah,
I don't get
people.
it, man. Okay, so we're in Sunnyside, and I'm driving on one of the streets that hadn't been plowed, and I have my drag plow on the Jeep, and I'm trying to just clear for the apartment complexes, things like that, the berm at the end as best we can so people can get out. Or it should have just left it up so they can't get out in their car. This lady comes by, and I'm like, oh no, here we go.
California plates,
driving
2
like
inches of clearance.
Oh my, 2 inches of clearance on an unplowed road, driving like a Nissan Sentra. I see the front tire spinning, the one tire, and I'm like, oh my God, what's she wearing?
She had on a tank top.
Tank top. Don't wear a tank top.
If you're gonna take out your car, be prepared to get stuck and have to get out. And so please, at least wear long sleeves.
Maybe she had a coat in the back.
So yeah, I got stuck. You know, I'm just like, come on, why do you have a car?
Like 5 seconds later, she was stuck.
Yeah. So it's like, please.
I know, we were all like, she's gonna get stuck.
So it's my top
3,
one.
2, 1.
Yeah, and sure enough, and I was like, I was gonna go over there, you know, and start pushing, but I was like, she kept trying to go forward. It's like, stop pushing on the gas. It's not, no matter how hard you push on that gas, you're gonna still be stuck. You know, you're just now making, you know, heat melts it, makes ice, you know, you just get more stuck. So that's my big one. Hey, why are you out there driving a car? I could see if you like just got here in northern Arizona. And it's like, okay, I didn't really know what winter's like here. And
yeah, well, maybe she did.
Maybe. And this spring, you sell your car and you get at least one of those little crossovers.
Something with more clearance.
Yeah, something with 8 inches of clearance maybe. Okay, another one here. Angela has one for you. A big one that I would advise not doing during a major winter snowstorm.
Running.
Jogging.
Jogging.
We have seen like more people jogging in the snow than when it's clear.
I'd be afraid, first of all, that I would slip. Second of all, that
insanity.
A car would go past me and get out of control or back out of the driveway and hit me.
Yeah, they're jogging down the road. I saw this dude.
And they got running shoes on.
Dude's got running shoes. He's all proud. He's like setting the what is that watch? The watch that does your like steps and heartbeat and all that crap, right? And I'm like, and he's gonna go jogging down the road. I'm like, really? And you're in a car, and what if you just slide and just happen to accidentally? So don't be out jogging. If you really want a cardio workout, go get a shovel and help your neighbors shovel out.
Remove some snow. That'll get you going.
Unbelievable. Okay. Oh, and another one.
Well, one for me is don't put real carrots in your snowman.
I know, never do that. Ever again.
What are you talking about?
Well, yesterday we were just looking out the window. Happy family of deer, you know, eating from the trees.
And a happy family of snowmen.
Yeah. You guys built some snowmen.
Yeah. Then walking down the street, comes to our snowman, picks the carrot off the snowman, starts eating the carrot, knocks the snowman over, and leaves.
Yeah, that's what you get. They don't have any food. They had the hair. You had said they had the the needles.
Yeah,
they ate
that. For some
too.
reason, Owen stuck like needles into its head. One of the deer was like, "Ooh, yummy."
You know what I'll do in tonight's podcast? This goes up about 5:40. Talkwithjeff.com, or just look up the Jeff Forward Show and podcast on your favorite podcast provider. I'm going to put some of these pictures because we also had, I think I took video, a javelina running down the road.
Yeah, 2 of them this
Right
morning.
down the middle.
Just like trying to find a path, and man, they're going to be destroying somebody's yard trying to find some grub. Okay, Olivia, another one. Do things not to do during a snowstorm that we observed today.
We're driving home, and there's just this big hill going down to our house.
The road, the street.
Oh, yeah, like the street is on that hill. And we see these 2 people coming up, and we're like, what is that? At first, I thought it was like a sled. Like, first of all, don't sled down the street, because you're going to get run over.
It's like a normal, like,
but this is even worse.
Certified sled.
They have this giant pool raft. This pool raft that they're bringing to the top of the hill to go sledding down. And we're just like, all looking behind us, like, did we really just see that?
Oh.
Yeah, an inflatable raft for a pool going down the road, you know, where you're probably going to hit a jogger or somebody in their front wheel drive.
Or one of
Nissan
our carrot
Sentra.
thief deer.
Or the carrot thief deer. Okay, another one here.
So
Angela.
right after the inflatable raft down the road, next neighbor down has a secondary mailbox strapped to a chair out in the road, which has not been plowed yet. Yeah. So I'm figuring the snowplow is going to come along and take that mailbox out.
The pile at the end of it, we're going to be like going through their mail in a couple days when we go down there.
Yeah, I would nail that thing if I was a snow guy. Just to like, I'd take out their main mailbox too.
Well,
just
wait till
like,
the road's been plowed. Then put your secondary mailbox out.
Yeah.
Or you could just
not
perhaps
get the
maybe shovel out your mailbox.
I don't know about everyone else out there,
tough.
but we only get junk in our mailbox.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity to not get mail ever again. Just have the
We'll opt
snowman,
out, yeah.
have the snowplow just take out your box. And it's just, I mean, do you have to get the mail? I mean, it's all junk, except for Amazon. But they bring that to your door. You know, I saw them delivering Sunday, Monday. You know, it's all Amazon
yesterday,
packages.
Monday.
Yeah, it's
I
still
mean, nobody
delivering.
mails letters anymore almost. And
Sometimes,
so
but
other
not
than
very
that,
often.
what
There's
are you
somebody
going to...
listening that mails letters, I'm sure.
Sometimes, but
To us, nobody does.
If you want to mail Olivia a letter, 2532 North 4th Street, number 118, Flagstaff, Arizona, 86004. It's on the website too, talkwithjeff.com. Do we have any others?
yeah.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, what do you got?
One thing is, do not bike when
Oh.
it's snowing. I mean,
Bike people, come on.
who would bike when there's a foot of snow out? It's icy, there's plows, snowbanks. It's just so stupid.
It's absurd. That's our new, we should have a whole segment every week. It's absurd. Yeah, we've talked, Mark Howard's an avid bicyclist.
Yeah, but he puts his bike
Yeah,
away.
he's on
in
the show last
winter.
week. He says, yeah, my bike is gone in the winter. You don't need the bike. I don't know what point you're proving at this point, but the people are out there like trying to remove snow so you can bike eventually. By the way, the city should have a moratorium on removing that city sidewalk stuff.
Yeah.
It's like 4 feet of ice. It's just, you're not even going to be walking anywhere for at
We
least a
saw
week.
somebody's driveway that had just like a glacier in front of it.
Oh, yeah, the plow that came by. Mm-hmm. Yeah, how are you going to get that?
Like,
That's
I
backhoe
don't know
material.
how they're going to get it out. It's ice.
Yeah, I was talking to a buddy of mine. We've got so much snow in a parking lot, and it's like from the push plows, he's going to have to come back, spend hours just piling it up, and it's going to be expensive. All right, I think we got them all. Oh, and one more here on just general denial. You know, not acknowledging that a storm is actually coming is a big one. Like
not
being
preparing.
prepared. Yeah, we had some people staying, let's just call it a VRBO, up the road, a couple houses from us,
Yeah.
and they walk by and they see our kids. Our kids are out there shoveling away, right, and working. You guys been running snow blowers, shoveling this and that, and they're up from Phoenix, and they're
Yeah, I don't know if they didn't check the weather,
like,
but they weren't
drove
prepared.
up in a car. They didn't even have a snow shovel, so it's like, they'll come down, they'll do it, and they're like, well, hopefully we got enough food. And I was like, well, the old Maverick is just down the road.
I
You can
think
walk
that they were
down there
planning
and
on
get
eating out and didn't bring very much
yeah,
food.
and it's just like, and they totally on just like what looking at they're usually halftime wrong on the weather, but at least you know that something is potential to
Yeah,
come
they
through.
Well,
got
they
this
were
one
predicting
right.
this
Yeah.
storm.
They
for
got
like
it right
a week
this
or
time.
so.
They did
before.
get this one right, yeah. And don't have a tank top, have some winter gear, have some food, and maybe a candy bar at least, and some water. I mean, you can always melt some snow, but that's a whole nother story there. Because
Keep up
dang,
on your shoveling. Don't
Yeah.
wait till it's 30 inches in your driveway to do something
I know.
about it.
It's so much easier to shovel multiple times a day, a few inches, than the foot at the end of the day. Or
our
whatever.
neighbor had a guy come. He looked like a younger kid, late teens, early 20s. So I have a hard time judging nowadays. He's out there, and Olivia and Owen are like, oh, we want to shovel that. And I was like, this is actually one of the motivated youth that are out there. Don't steal his job. Go find somebody else. But I'm actually surprised that go around the lack of like kids out there removing snow. I don't know if they're inside.
They're home from school.
Yeah, they're inside doing
What are they
video
doing?
games or what. That's fun. All right, we got more to come. Or I do at least. I got Bruce Sidlinger next hour.
We're out of here.
You guys
Kicking
are
us
outta
out?
Here. Yeah, you get out of here.
Bye.
We got,
We'll go
don't
shovel.
forget, go shovel somewhere, dang. Talkwithjeff.com. Click on sponsors and giveaways. Please do that. We want you to get in on this. Still to come, we got, like I said, Bruce Sidlinger and a lot more information. So stick around. Go shovel for 10 minutes. Back in a few.